Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we were working on converting all of the cities that we just captured from the Ptolemaics in the Nile Delta over to our standards, and we're making good progress on that. This one is not quite done yet, Alexandria, and we're going to need to get a few more queue-ups done here. So we're going to want to build an academy here for sure, and then a second academy as soon as we can. We do have a bunch of commercial districts here. Those are probably going to end up being removed. The pop assimilation speed isn't bad though, so for right now, I'm going to leave those be. Our diplomats have been attacked. That's very rude. And we're going to get an additional academy here. And then I think we're going to queue up a library here. The Ptolemaics are in crisis. Okay. Noted. For now, I'm not going to take advantage of that, although I'm very tempted. I think we're going to wait until one side or the other emerges victorious, and then go after them at that point. Now, this guy's disloyal. I'm going to bribe him, and we're going to bring this guy right on back. We may also want to replace him. Interesting. Okay, he should be okay, I think. We're going to have him drill. That'll be fine. We got some prosperity. We are going to take stability. We should now be back capped on our research efficiency. That is wonderful. And just double checking through here. So we currently have the academies. We've got the libraries. We have one level of port here, which I think is okay. We've got the citizen district and the noble districts. So this should be good at this point. Now, we've got this city here, which is currently, it's got two nobles in it. I'm going to get rid of both of those. So we're going to put in a foundry instead. And we're going to turn this into primarily a slave city, but eventually, as it gets populated and its civilization value rises, we're going to add in some freemen. So that will be absolutely wonderful. So we're going to get a mill going here shortly, or eventually. We need another month tick for that. This is going to be a while to get this all done, unless we get a gold event, I suppose. So that's fine. We can get started on that. At least it's constructing something, right? We have a character focus available, and we're going to go civic focus here, construction. That will be absolutely A-okay. We're also unmarried, and we should do something about that. This guy's 16, so we should definitely do something about that. There's only one person in our entire realm who is similarly aged. Okay. Well, that works. Sure. So we're going to grab ourselves another mill here. We're up to 3 out of 10 on these cities, and we're going to go through these again soon enough as these constructions finish up. Military access from Upper Egypt, we're going to decline that. We're not going to help one side or the other. I'm interested in seeing who ends up being victorious here. So we're going to grab this mill. And then we're going to start building these slave traders. And we're also going to get these taverns put in. So all of that will be phenomenal. Okay, so slave traders first. And this is going to bring us up to 7 of 10, and then the taverns will be 10 of 10. Of course, we want to have 16 building slots in order to have a quote-unquote finished city here. And then we'll put additional building slots into tax offices at that point. So that looks fine for the moment, and we don't have enough gold right now for another slave trader. We will have that very soon. And we're definitely seeing a lot of buildings being finished up in these areas. So that is very, very good. So we have a civic perk available, and we're going to gain construction leader. That'll make our constructions faster and cheaper, which is phenomenal. On the next month tick, we'll have enough to build another slave trader, which will, of course, be very good for us economically. So that is now done, and then we're going to boost up the happiness with these taverns. So there's disagreement on the highest level here, and we're probably... Who are these guys? Governor of Greece, and this guy is just... He's a pretender to the throne. We'll tell them to... Actually, we're probably going to side with Yitro here. That other guy is upset, but he was already upset, and he doesn't have a job, so I don't think it matters. Seems absolutely okay. We're going to grab some taverns here, and we'll be able to build these much more quickly, so we can already get 2 of them. And on the next month tick, we can get another one. And that will be magnificent. Okay, so this is going to be very, very good for us in terms of production down over here. That, of course, gives us an additional salt, and our civilization value is now increasing here, which is great. Military access, no thank you. So now what I want to do is I want to come up over here. We could start developing cities in these regions as well. But for the time being, I want to come through here and we'll just see. We can put in a tax office here. That looks good. Here, there's nothing that we can put in. Okay. Here, there's nothing. Nothing here. Here. A lot of these are very, very full. And that's good. We want them to be... We want these cities to be fully developed. So that looks great. We're going to put in a library here. This is 13 of 14. We would love to get a Freeman district here, actually. So we're just going to wait for the gold for that, which will be on this month tick right about now. Beautiful. Okay, now we've got these cities out over here. Nothing to be done in those. This one, however, we can definitely put in a forum and then a Freeman district. So that would be very good to do. Just waiting for that money to come in. Additional taxes or losing tyranny and gaining stability. I'm going to take that. So we're going to build this forum, and then we're going to need to build a Freeman district over here. We'll have enough to do that on the next month tick. So that looks good. And then, of course, there's a city down here. Yeah, there's a bunch of cities here that we want to check in on. Okay, so we had a religious advance. That's giving us omen power, and we also can get that city built. So we want to definitely grab elite recruitment standards at this point. There's no other things to grab here. So that looks great. Next, I want to come down here. Nothing to be built here. There is a Freeman district that we could put in here, and we would love to do that. So we're going to wait on the gold. And we'll have that very shortly. Just waiting on the month tick. There we go. So that's good. And then we can check in this province. Not too much to be done in these areas, but here we can definitely put in a forum and a Freeman district. So there's a lot of these that still need forums and Freeman districts, and those are fairly expensive. So that is definitely noted. We are, of course, going to be finishing up a bunch of these constructions, and that will be good. We're eventually going to see our treasury going up, but that's going to take a while before that actually ends up happening. So we're going to put in a forum here, and then on the next month tick, we'll have enough for a Freeman district. So that looks good. We're just keeping our gold spent down for right now. And we're keeping the civilization levels up high over here. Eventually, these will be maxed out, and we won't be able to build anything else here due to having max pop cap and having max civilization level. But for now, these cities are going to continue to grow. And that's a good thing. We are happy about that. Nothing to be done in Shechem. Over here, we would love to put in first a Freeman district, which we're going to have enough to do now, and then a tax office, which is going to be fairly cheap, and we'll have enough to do on this next month tick. So that looks good, but I would like to be making money a little faster than this. No doubt about that. But we will get there. Okay, so down here in Yaraho, we can definitely put in a library. On the next month tick, we'll have enough to do that. And that's going to be a lot of civilization level. It's 2 per level. So that's not bad. Okay, we'll get that going. And then over in... Where is this location? There we go. Here in Emaom, nothing to be done. In Jerusalem, we can build 2 libraries here. And that's probably a good thing to do. We'll go ahead and do that. But we are high on our pop cap right now. We're overcapped on our population. I'm thinking we maybe should actually put in aqueducts. We're at 74 out of 65 right now. We could also theoretically increase our pop cap by infrastructure spending. I'm going to do that. So we're going to do that. We're also going to build a library here. And then this is going to boost us up by 2.5%. so it'll be somewhat higher. We're definitely seeing some overcrowding here, I think. We should be, anyway. Who is this guy? He's a legate? Okay. He should include all officers. He's going to be upset about that. And we also lost this commander over here. So we're going to add a new commander. This guy's very skilled. And we're going to assign him here. Get to drilling. This guy is now going to be disloyal. So what do we want to do about that? We can try to make friends with him. He's going to be a bit of a problem, for sure. And here in Jerusalem, I would definitely like to get maybe an aqueduct. Yeah, I'm going to do an aqueduct here. We're making so much research out of this city. It's fine. Only a tiger is sure to win him over. Surprisingly, this guy is staying drilling. That's very surprising. I'm sure he'll stop eventually. Yeah, a few bribes and some thugs will stop that, I'm sure. So I want to check down over here. We're at 15 out of 18 here. So we definitely want to build some Freeman districts down over here. And we'll need to wait for gold to come in for that, which is not at all surprising. This city out over here is a research city, and we're going to want a library here, I guess. Everyone likes gold, yes. We'll see if we can make friends with this guy. That would be a good thing to do. He is not very happy with us right now. That's for sure. Disloyalty inspired? Yeah. That'll do it. And we became friends. Perfect. So he's up to 44 loyalty now. That is excellent. Okay. So we can actually make a colonization down here. We should do that. Consider it done. And how's Upper Egypt in the Ptolemaics doing? Napata down here, huh? Well, we're going to keep an eye on that situation, but for now, I don't want to take advantage of it. We're waiting until the dust settles on that one. So I do want to build another Freeman district out over here. And we'll get that, actually, we want to build two. We'll get those done soon enough. So there's Judea's pop cap coming up. 74 out of 66, yeah. So we're definitely going to want to increase this pop cap a little bit more. We'll get that done eventually. Cool. So, out over this direction, we want to get this additional Freeman district. Yeah, here we'll be fine. There's a number of these that we're going to need more Freeman districts in. And keep in mind, out over here, the civilization value is still increasing in these areas. In some cases, it's capped, but it's going to be increasing in some of these areas anyway. You can see we're having building slots pop up over here, too, in some of these areas. So that is definitely good to see. Let's get another Freeman district going here. And then we're just going to wait on the gold for one more. Okay, actually that's already good. We need to put a tax office in here then. So that is wonderful. Down over here, we're full. We would love to put in a Freeman district, but that's not an option. So that's fine. Here in Aza, nothing to be done. Down here, we would definitely love to see 3 Freeman districts going. So we can get one building right now, and then we can get 2 more going as our gold comes in. I would be delighted to see additional gold coming in. We may want to consider sacking our stability. I don't think we should, though. Yeah, I don't think we should. We're building quickly enough, I think. So we're going to get this last Freeman district in here, and then the last bit is going to be a tax office. So that, I think we'll have we may not have enough for this month tick. It's going to be close. Yeah, 45. Sad. We would have definitely liked to get the 58 for that, but alas, here we are. So that's absolutely fine. We are building a lot of these Freeman districts. Once we have those done, we're going to be developing our taxes quite significantly. So that sounds good. We've got a city down here that has no development whatsoever. Okay, here we should have a tax office. I'm going to come back to this city. I'd like to get the cities that are down here. So these are all settlements down this way. But we had gone down to Laba previously, and I believe we had even gone down to Mochura. Yes, that is indeed correct. So these cities I want to get done as well. Okay, So this is currently set up for slaves. We can put in a tavern here. Ooh, we just got a bunch of gold. That's good. We're going to put in a forum here as well then. So that's wonderful. And next, I would like to put in a pair of forums here. This is going to be a pair of forums. There we go. And then we can come up and develop this city. So it produces salt. We're definitely going to make this be a slave city. Pop cap going up from a civic advance. That's good. Which of these do we want? Well, we want both eventually. Let's grab the army morale recovery for right now. That'll be okay. And back in our capital, Judea here, I want to see, we're still at 66. Okay, that seems fine. So I do want to put in our mills here, and then we're going to put in our slave traders. We're going to be a little short on buildings here, which isn't surprising. Let's put in 2 taverns, and that should be good to go. Now, in this city, we definitely want to put in a mill here. That's for sure. Another mill would be good, but we don't have the building slot right now. So here, this is currently being set up to be a quasi-research city, and that is fine. I want to put in a court of law, I guess, but things are awkward here. No doubt about that. Okay, so down in this city, nothing to be done. Up here, we can certainly put in... This is a slave city. So we're going to want to put in a forum for right now. That'll be fine. Okay, over here, this is certainly something that we can put a tax office into. Similarly, here, a tax office would be absolutely wonderful. What do we got going on over here? Well, actually, a slave trader would be good. We'll get that in there. Excellent. Down over this way, we can probably put in, yeah, definitely a tax office. Here, we would be interested in putting in a Freeman district, but there's no open building slot. No building slot here or here. What about in Alexandria? Not yet. Okay. Here we have an open building slot, though. Cool. We'll put in a forum. Okay, so that is all of our cities caught up, and we have 2,015 gold right now. So, to that end, I want to check for additional cities in some of these states. Alternatively, we could develop up here. And that's maybe not the worst of ideas. So here we produce cedar. So, I mean, that's good for, like, shipbuilding. No doubt about that. We currently have forums and some citizen districts, an aqueduct. I'm going to get rid of the aqueduct for sure. Freeman districts are fine. Let's get rid of this noble district. Let's get rid of the commercial district. Let's keep one level of port here, although there's a settlement right here. We don't actually need that. I want to put in a foundry. Let's get rid of this academy, and let's put in 3 mills. Let's get some taverns built and 3 slave traders. That should be fine. Okay, so next, we don't control this city, but we do control this one. Now, there's a port right next to it again, so let's get rid of that, and this produces glass. It's also got a shipyard. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that. We're going to put in a mill and a foundry. Well, 3 mills and a foundry. And that's going to max this out for now. We can get rid of the granary here. And I would love to put in a tavern in its place. Same with getting rid of this court of law and this citizen district. Something like that. And then we'll continue to move that upwards. Excellent. So this is a settlement out over here. What do we have for cities here? So this is a city. This is a city. There are a number of cities up this direction. Okay. We produce cedar here. And I'm thinking we definitely make this into yet another slave city. So we can certainly work on that. So we can take these out of here, put in a couple of mills. Like so. Get rid of this noble district. Put in a couple of slave traders. I didn't mean to get rid of that Freeman district. We'll want to rebuild that eventually. But right now, we aren't going to do that. We're going to get this tavern built. Okay. So we're out of gold for now. But, I mean, that was a lot of city development. So I'm quite pleased with that, actually. We got a lot done there. Let's check in on what's going on here. Looks like Upper Egypt is definitely winning against the Ptolemaics. Okay. We're still going to wait that out. But I do want to get some territory from them eventually. We're out of aggressive expansion, and it would be very, very good to do. No doubt about that. How are we doing with Memnonia? Memnonia is at 172 right now and dropping. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them a gift. That costs very little gold. And we're going to start working on annexing them. Let's see here. Where is this? Start integration. Right, so 9 November, we can start integrating Memnonia, which we will definitely do. It's only 38 pops. It's not a big deal. So this should go quite quickly. Just waiting until the 9th. There we go. So we'll start integrating them. And there's also Kush down over here that I'm very interested in integrating. So we could do the same thing. We could just send a gift to them. There we go. And we could start an integration here as well. That'll go very quickly as well. So 30 December is when we can start that up. That looks good. So 27, 28, 29, and 30. Start integration. Beautiful. So that's underway. Both of these will be done quite soon. I like it. So with that, Arados will be our only remaining vassal, and that's okay. We don't mind that. We do have a fair amount of gold that we could spend. So I'm interested in coming up over here. This city we've already got pretty well set up. This is a settlement here. This is a settlement. So we would need to get a city up here. This produces cloth. It's currently set up as a mixture between a research city and a, freeman city. Okay. Let's make this be, I think, overall a research city. So let's pull that back. Let's pull these back. Citizen districts are fine. Get rid of the freeman district, get rid of the slave trader, get rid of the tavern, and get rid of the commercial district. And we're going to put in noble districts. We're going to put in a citizen district. We're going to put in courts of law. And then we're going to put in a second academy as soon as we've got the gold. So that'll be fine. We're just going to wait until the month tick here. Eventually. There we go. So that city should be well set up now. So we've got these two cities over here, and that's this entire area, in theory, a bit under control. Cool. And then we'd have to do Crete, and we would have to do the Peloponnesian Peninsula. So that'll be absolutely fine. I'm sure Caleb can cover these costs. Who is this guy? Governor of Punt? Okay, yeah, he's going to be a little disloyal, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So, the territory of Sabata will gain a forum. I don't know if we want that, but whatever. Oh, we can colonize Prov 1600 _East _Levaninti, and that's wonderful. We're delighted to colonize Prov 1600 _East _Levaninti. Perfect. Perfect. That's, amazing. We just gained 3 free stability, which is always good. I want to come in over to this city. Now, this is producing leather here, so I definitely think having this be a freeman city makes a lot of sense. Let's get rid of the noble districts. Let's put in a foundry here. Let's get rid of the libraries as well. We're going to queue up some mills. And that'll be absolutely fine. Just waiting on the gold. There we go. We're going to need more mills, of course. And there's currently an aqueduct here. We'll get rid of that probably as well. We're going to need the building slots. So for the moment, that is looking reasonably fine. So our core territories are getting nicely developed at this point. We had barbarians rise up down over here. I'm going to send this guy to go deal with them. It's going to take very little time indeed. We're going to just crush them. They're out of here. Fantastic. Back we go. And we're going to get these guys back on drilling. Wonderful. So that's absolutely great. Now back up over here, I want to build an additional mill, and then we're going to want to have some slave traders coming in here. So that is definitely going to be a high priority. And we can see we have quite a lot of buildings queued up in progress right now. That's all great. And you might be looking at this and thinking, this number is not changing. That's true. It takes quite a long time to get the pops shifted over to where they should be. And even then, we're going to have to grow into these cities. because we're just not going to have enough of the types of pops. It'll take a while to get them integrated and to get them converted into the proper pop types. So that's a long-term project. This is not going to happen overnight. This isn't Europa. So that is absolutely fine. We're going to build another slave trader here, and then we're going to start building taverns. Now, we are capping this out. Arados would lose a lot of opinion of us. Actually, he may prove to be a valuable asset. We're going to get rid of this conscription camp here. We're going to definitely get rid of the aqueduct. I think we'll keep the fort. It's going to be useful to have all these forts up in this difficult-to-defend area, so that'll be fine. I do, however, want to build a pair of additional taverns here. And then all we need to do is this city, which produces earthenware, so probably very similar. At this point, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to keep watching Egypt fall into chaos. I mean, without the Nile Delta, they were always going to struggle. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy McGar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Hiro Marutsu, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.